This project forms part of Fingal County Council's Cruinniu programme 2021. We invited FeliSpeaks to work with Draíocht's Dublin 15 Youth Theatre and their facilitator Emily Matthews. The members were really keen to explore spoken word, and Felicia is a talented writer and a compelling performer, so she brought a wealth of experience and knowledge to the workshop series, which enables the members to develop their own artistic pieces.
So working with Draíocht Youth Theatre Group, we did 4 days of workshops. There were 3 hours a day. That first Tuesday I went in and just chatted to them and asked them what they liked and what made them feel and the things that they want to talk about. All those questions brought around the same answers from each of them, which was around mental health, being a young person, being a talented person, being a scared person. Yeah, so they just wanted to talk about their identity and who they were and how they experience in life right now.
I didn't have any experience beforehand with writing poetry. Like, it was really starting from scratch, and she kind of brought me up to scratch. It was brilliant.
It wasn't something I knew about, and it seemed like when people are performing it seemed so difficult.
We learned how to write a good poem, how to make it sound good.
She had lots of different ways of getting our minds flowing. We did ping pong poetry, which is where we had word association games. So someone would say cold and then hot, and we'd end up with some theme like childhood and end up talking about something completely different.
You can use the words that someone else could say. If you say if someone says something that is interesting, you can go, all right, I can use that to what my poem is about and stuff like that, and you just bounce off each other.
It ended up through the workshop, you just got more confident and worked on that and kind of creating poetry basically that was, I suppose, true to you and what you wanted to say.
And I really enjoyed that they were this is what we want to talk about. This is what it really feels like growing up for us, and we want to tell everybody about that. And I was really proud that they trusted me and themselves and their youth leaders enough to be vulnerable on a Zoom call with a complete stranger for 3 hours a day.
She told us to pick an emotion, and then she guided us through a meditation where she was telling us to let the emotion fill us up, and then at the end she told us to go write a list of words or sentences that were associated with the emotion that you thought of during the meditation. And then after that, I used those list of words and sentences to write a poem of my own, and that's actually the poem that I read there.
I'm not here to teach you how to write. I'm just here to help you tap into the ways that you can create your own work and how you write your own style. And so I think one of my favorite things to really let them know is that as long as you're telling the truth, you're creating poetry.
So we all talked about our own childhoods and our relationships with growing up, and it was all about trying to make the emotion as authentic as possible, as Felicia said.
It was a good sort of collaboration. We all sort of listened to each other.
We all individually wrote a piece and then we merged them together, and it was kind of cool to see everyone else's pieces and merge them together and kind of see what things we wrote down that were similar and things that were different. And it was really fun to perform it today and have it filmed, and it was a nice experience.
So when I saw them, the pieces that they actually performed, when I saw the videos of them, I was wowed because I could see all the detail that they emphasized and specifically put in, and that is beautiful. And there's something about showing up to validate your creation. It happens instinctively and automatically, and I'm really glad they got to enjoy that with poetry.